Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to listen closely because today I'm talking about something that can change the trajectory of your life balance. We live in a world where we're told to grind, hustle, and push harder than ever before. And yes, I believe in hard work. I believe in putting in the hours, the sweat, and the tears. But what good is all that work if it's at the expense of your health, your relationships, or your peace of mind? You can't build success in one area of your life and leave the rest to fall apart. That's not balance. This intro sets the tone for the speech, focusing on the importance of balance and introducing the concept of holistic success. Balance is the foundation of all successful lives. In a world that constantly pushes us to do more, to achieve more, and to accumulate more, the idea of balance might seem counterintuitive. But trust me, when you start to truly balance the different parts of your life, that's when everything falls into place. We often get caught up in focusing on just one aspect of our lives, our careers, for example. We think that the more time we pour into work, the more we'll succeed, but at what cost? When you focus all your energy on one thing, other areas of your life suffer. You might climb the ladder in your career, but you could lose touch with your health, your family, or your sense of joy. It's a trade-off that many people unknowingly make, and they don't realize how much it's costing them until it's too late. Balance doesn't mean dividing your time evenly among all things. It means giving each part of your life the attention it needs at the right time. A successful life doesn't mean you're working nonstop or spending every waking moment trying to get ahead in one area. True success is measured in how well you can juggle all the things that matter: your personal well-being, your relationships, your ambitions, and your peace of mind. It's about knowing when to push and when to pause, when to work hard and when to take a step back. The first step in achieving balance is acknowledging that you don't need to sacrifice everything else to succeed in one area. We have been conditioned to think that we must work ourselves into the ground in order to achieve success. We see the media glorifying people who are always busy, always on the go, and always achieving. But what happens behind the scenes? What happens to the body, to the mind, to the relationships? If you're not careful, you'll find yourself reaching the top only to discover that it wasn't worth it. Balance allows you to keep your footing and not let one part of your life consume all of you. When you create balance, you're also creating space for growth in all areas. A balanced life means that your personal growth doesn't have to come at the expense of everything else. You can focus on being a better version of yourself while maintaining relationships that matter, staying healthy, and taking care of your mental well-being. Balance doesn't mean neglecting your ambitions. It means integrating them into the larger picture of your life. It also means understanding that your success is tied to more than just one achievement or one area of life. Success isn't just about climbing the corporate ladder. It's about the richness of your experiences, the depth of your relationships, the state of your health, and the peace you find in your daily life. A balanced life gives you the opportunity to experience all of that. It opens up doors to things you might have never imagined, things that go beyond the fleeting feeling of accomplishment from a job well done. It's also about understanding that your energy is finite. You only have so much time, so much mental capacity, so much physical strength to go around. When you spread yourself too thin, when you give too much of yourself to one thing, you have nothing left for the others. Balance helps you recharge and refill your cup so that you can pour into all areas of your life. It's not just about time management, it's about energy management. You need to know when to rest, when to work, and when to connect with those around you. And let's be real, achieving balance isn't always easy. It's a process. And there will be times when you feel off balance. But don't let those moments discourage you. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency and being aware of what you need in each phase of your life. Balance is an ongoing practice, and it requires self-awareness and self-compassion. When you learn to balance your life, you unlock your true potential. You set yourself up for a life that's fulfilling, rich, and well-rounded, where success isn't defined by just one thing, but by the whole of your experiences. Balance is not a luxury, it's a necessity for sustainable success. You won't burn out, you won't lose sight of your passions, and you won't have regrets about how you lived. You'll find joy in the journey, not just in the destination. And that's the kind of success that lasts. Success isn't just about hard work. Too often, we are led to believe that if we just push ourselves harder, longer, and more relentlessly, we will achieve our goals. We equate success with the amount of time and effort we put into our work, assuming that the more we sacrifice, the greater our rewards will be. While it's true that hard work is a key ingredient for success, it's not the only one. In fact, if that's all you rely on, you'll likely find yourself burnt out, overwhelmed, and wondering why you're not as successful as you imagined you would be. The truth is, true success comes from a more holistic approach. It's not enough to simply work hard, you need to work smart. Success isn't just measured by the hours you put in or the sweat you shed. It's measured by your ability to integrate multiple aspects of your life, to prioritize your well-being, and to manage your time effectively. The quality of your work is just as important as the quantity, and the same goes for every area of your life. Think about it: if you're constantly working hard, pushing yourself to the limit, and neglecting your physical, mental, and emotional health, you'll eventually hit a wall. Your body will break down, your mind will start to feel overwhelmed, and your relationships will suffer. Success, in this case, becomes unsustainable. You may achieve short-term gains, but in the long run, you'll lose the very things that make life worth living: your energy, your happiness, and your sense of fulfillment. This is where the concept of balance plays a crucial role. When you balance your work with time for rest, reflection, and self-care, you create an environment where success can thrive sustainably. Working hard without balance leads to burnout, but working hard with balance leads to growth, resilience, and continued progress. It's not just about working for the sake of working, it's about making intentional decisions, focusing on the things that truly matter, and creating systems that allow you to perform at your best without sacrificing your well-being. If you want to be truly successful, you need to be able to operate at your peak, both mentally and physically. And that doesn't happen by pushing through exhaustion or neglecting your personal life. It happens by creating a rhythm, a routine, and a lifestyle that supports all aspects of who you are. Let's talk about mental health for a moment. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you're constantly drained, stressed, and overwhelmed, it's going to be nearly impossible to be successful in anything. Success requires clarity, focus, and creativity. When you're mentally fatigued, those qualities fade. Success in any form requires a sharp mind, and that sharp mind needs to be nourished with rest, relaxation, and activities that help you unwind. Whether it's reading, meditating, exercising, or spending time with loved ones, these activities recharge you. And when you're recharged, you can approach your work and goals with renewed energy and clearer thinking. Physical health is just as important. If you're not taking care of your body, you're limiting your ability to achieve anything. A healthy body gives you the strength to keep going, the stamina to push through challenges, and the resilience to recover from setbacks. Hard work is important, but without taking care of your physical health, you're putting a ceiling on how much you can accomplish. Exercise, eating well, getting enough sleep, all of these things directly impact your productivity and success. They are not distractions from your goals, they are an essential part of achieving them. Then there's emotional health. The way you handle stress, setbacks, and failures plays a huge role in your success. If you're emotionally drained or unbalanced, you'll struggle to keep moving forward. It's easy to let frustration or discouragement derail you, but success isn't about never failing, it's about how you recover and keep going. Building emotional resilience, being able to manage your feelings, and knowing how to stay positive during tough times will set you apart from the people who give up too soon. And all of this requires balance. If you're only focused on work and neglecting your emotional well-being, you're setting yourself up for struggles that could have been avoided. Finally, remember that success isn't just about personal achievement, it's about the people you meet, the relationships you build, and the impact you have on others. You can't build a legacy of success if you're so focused on your work that you forget the importance of connections. Whether it's family, friends, colleagues, or mentors, nurturing these relationships will bring you a sense of fulfillment that no amount of career success can provide. And maintaining these relationships requires balance. If you neglect them in favor of work, you'll find that success is hollow. So, while hard work is undeniably essential, it's only part of the equation. The other part is balance, knowing when to work hard, when to take a break, when to invest in yourself, and when to nurture your relationships. Only then can you create the kind of success that will truly fulfill you, that will last, and that will leave a positive impact on the world around you. Discipline is often misunderstood. When people think of discipline, they think of rigid schedules, inflexible rules, and an unyielding focus on one goal. But true discipline isn't about being a robot or denying yourself the things that bring you joy. It's about creating structure in your life that supports your growth and success in all areas. Discipline is the practice of consistently showing up, making deliberate choices, and staying focused on what truly matters, even when life gets chaotic. Discipline isn't just about work, it's about life. It's about having the self-control to choose your priorities wisely and the willpower to stick with them. It's about knowing what you need to do to reach your goals and then doing it, even when you don't feel like it, even when distractions tempt you, even when you're tired, frustrated, or uncertain. Discipline is about developing habits that support your long-term vision, not just responding to the immediate desires of the moment. When you develop true discipline, you create the foundation for success in every area of your life. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of doing everything all at once, of juggling a million tasks, and constantly feeling like you need to accomplish more. But that's not what discipline is about. Discipline is about focusing your energy on the right things, even if it means saying no to others. It's about creating space in your life for what truly moves you forward. That means learning to say no to distractions, to things that don't serve your greater purpose. Saying no is just as important as saying yes, because every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals, you're giving away your precious time and energy. One of the most important aspects of discipline is consistency. It's not about doing everything perfectly, it's about showing up day in and day out, even when it's hard. Small, consistent actions build momentum. It's the little things you do every day that compound over time to create big results. Whether it's taking care of your health, putting in the work on your projects, or nurturing your relationships, discipline means consistently making time for what matters. It means making the right choices even when no one is watching, even when it feels like no one will notice. The truth is, the small, seemingly insignificant actions often have the biggest impact over time. But discipline isn't just about showing up, it's also about showing up with intention. It's easy to go through the motions, to work without purpose, to let time slip by without really thinking about what you're doing. True discipline means doing things with a clear purpose, with a focus on the outcome you want to achieve. It's about having a vision and taking intentional steps toward it, day after day. Without discipline, you might find yourself moving in circles, always busy but never really moving forward. Discipline gives your actions direction, and without it, you could easily get lost in the noise of life. Another key element of discipline is self-awareness. It's about knowing your strengths and weaknesses, understanding what drives you and what holds you back. Discipline requires you to be honest with yourself about your habits and your tendencies. If you know that you tend to procrastinate, discipline is what will push you to get started, even when you don't feel like it. If you know that you struggle with maintaining focus, discipline is what will help you create systems and routines to stay on track. It's about taking the time to reflect on your behavior and making adjustments when necessary. Discipline is a continual process of self-evaluation and improvement. Discipline also plays a critical role in managing your emotions. It's not enough to simply act on impulse or react to every emotion that comes your way. True discipline involves the ability to manage your emotional responses, to choose your actions instead of letting your feelings dictate them. When you're disciplined in your emotions, you can face challenges with a calm mind, make decisions from a place of clarity, and avoid being derailed by temporary frustrations or setbacks. Emotions are natural, but discipline helps you control how you respond to them. One of the biggest benefits of discipline is that it creates freedom. You might be thinking, how can discipline lead to freedom? It sounds like a straitjacket, but the truth is, the more disciplined you are, the more freedom you have in the long run. When you're disciplined, you get things done on time, you make progress toward your goals, and you have the mental and physical space to enjoy life without the weight of unfinished tasks hanging over you. Discipline frees you from stress, anxiety, and overwhelm because you know that you're on track. You don't have to scramble or panic because you've already built the habit of following through. Discipline is not about perfection, it's about progress. There will be days when you slip, when you don't meet your goals, or when you get off track. And that's okay. Discipline is about getting back on track, not beating yourself up over mistakes or setbacks. It's about having the strength and the resilience to keep going, no matter what. True discipline means staying committed to your journey, even when the road gets tough. It's a commitment to yourself, to your vision, and to your success. When you master discipline, you're not just improving your productivity, you're transforming your entire life. You're setting yourself up for sustainable success, building a life that's not just about what you achieve, but about how you live. Discipline is the bridge that connects your dreams to reality, and it's what will carry you through when everything else seems uncertain. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. With discipline, anything is possible. Life is never without its struggles. No matter how much we plan, how hard we work, or how carefully we set our intentions, challenges are inevitable. We all face setbacks, some small, some life-altering. But here's the thing, it's not the struggles that define us. It's how we respond to them, how we rise in the face of adversity, how we navigate through the storms, and how we grow from those experiences. That's what shapes our success. When you look at the most successful people, you'll find that their achievements weren't just a result of talent or luck. They endured difficult moments, faced obstacles, and persevered when it seemed like there was no way forward. Success is not the absence of struggle, it's the ability to keep going despite it. Life will knock you down, but it's up to you to decide whether or not you get back up. The key is to understand that struggle is part of the journey, not something to be avoided or feared. Overcoming struggle requires resilience. Resilience is not about ignoring the pain or pretending that everything is fine when it's not. It's about acknowledging the difficulty, facing the challenge head-on, and refusing to let it dictate the course of your life. Resilience is about understanding that the hardest moments often contain the most valuable lessons. When we face a challenge, it's an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to discover parts of ourselves we didn't know existed. Every time you push through a struggle, you develop more strength, more courage, and more wisdom to face the next one. But resilience isn't just about bouncing back, it's about bouncing forward. When you face challenges, you have the choice to either be defeated by them or to use them as stepping stones toward greater success. The most successful people are those who learn to see struggle as an integral part of their progress. They understand that no matter how difficult things get, they can always come out stronger on the other side. Life will throw curveballs, but the key is to hit them with everything you've got, knowing that each challenge is pushing you closer to your ultimate potential. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't go according to plan, but remember, success is rarely a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, setbacks, and unexpected detours. When you encounter a roadblock, it's not a sign to give up, it's a sign to recalibrate, to adjust your approach, and to keep moving forward. In fact, some of the most successful people in the world have failed numerous times before they found their breakthrough. Thomas Edison, for instance, failed thousands of times before he invented the light bulb. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Yet each of these people faced their struggles, learned from them, and used them to fuel their success. Struggles can be painful, but they're often the very experiences that shape us into who we're meant to be. The key is to approach them with the right mindset. Instead of seeing challenges as roadblocks, try to view them as opportunities. Every struggle teaches us something important about perseverance, about patience, about who we are and what we're capable of. When you learn to face difficulties with a positive outlook, you unlock your ability to transform hardship into progress. Another essential aspect of overcoming struggle is support. It's important to recognize that you don't have to face challenges alone. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who lift you up, and who remind you of your strength when you forget it. Sometimes when you're in the thick of it, it's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's when a mentor, a friend, or a loved one can provide the perspective and encouragement you need to keep going. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't let pride get in the way of reaching out when you need support. While external support is important, inner strength is just as critical. Believing in yourself, trusting in your abilities, and having the confidence to keep going are all essential when it comes to overcoming struggles. The truth is, the road to success is not easy, and it's rarely smooth. But those who succeed are the ones who believe that they are capable of overcoming whatever life throws their way. They refuse to be defined by their struggles. Instead, they use them as fuel to reach new heights. Finally, remember that struggles are temporary, but the lessons they bring are permanent. No matter what you're going through right now, it's not the end. Life has a way of working itself out, and the struggles you face today will only make you stronger tomorrow. Keep moving forward, one step at a time. Trust that the challenges you encounter are simply part of your journey to becoming the best version of yourself. Embrace them, learn from them, and use them as stepping stones to greater success. The road may be tough, but with resilience, perseverance, and the right mindset, you can turn any struggle into a victory. Life will always throw challenges your way, but your ability to overcome them will determine your success. Don't fear struggle. Embrace it, because it is through struggle that you find your true strength. We all have dreams, goals that drive us, visions that inspire us to push through the toughest times. But here's the hard truth: dreams alone are not enough. In fact, without action, those dreams will remain nothing more than wishes. You can wish for success, wish for a better life, wish for your goals to come true, but if you don't take the necessary steps to make them happen, your dreams will never materialize. It's the actions you take that will bring your dreams to life. And without that daily commitment, they will remain as distant as the stars. Taking consistent action toward your dreams is what bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It's not enough to have a vision of success in your mind or to talk about what you want to achieve. You need to take the small steps, the calculated risks, and make the decisions that move you closer to your goals every single day. The most successful people didn't get there by simply dreaming about their success. They worked for it. They took action, often with uncertainty, sometimes with fear, but they moved forward. Action is the catalyst for transformation, the force that turns ideas into reality. We all face moments of hesitation. There are times when we doubt ourselves, when the fear of failure creeps in, and when the challenges seem insurmountable. But here's the thing: action doesn't require confidence to start. You don't have to have everything figured out before you take the first step. In fact, taking action often builds the confidence you need to keep going. It's through action that you learn, adapt, and grow. The key is to take that first step, even when you don't have all the answers. It's easy to get paralyzed by the unknown, to think that you need more time, more preparation, or more resources. But in reality, you have everything you need right now to begin moving toward your dreams. Waiting for the perfect time will only delay your progress, while action will create momentum, even if it's a small step at a time. One of the most powerful aspects of taking consistent action is that it keeps you accountable. When you take action, you create a sense of responsibility to yourself. You're no longer just dreaming, you're actively working toward your goal. And with every action you take, you reinforce your commitment to your dreams. Accountability is a powerful force. It forces you to be honest with yourself and to show up, even when you don't feel like it. The small actions you take every day build up over time, and they hold you accountable to the vision you have for your life. It's easy to lose focus or get distracted, but action keeps you on track, reminding you of your bigger purpose.